Hello everyone, this is Princess Farron and welcome to In Final Fantasy XIV. We are here at Baldur's Reach and we're trying to start off the new Omega quest. So we're right here near the Etherite. So we're going to proceed here to our right and try to find Jessie and talk to her. Here she is, an alpha, little alpha. Yeah, let's talk to Jessie. Okay, assuming previous instances are anything to go by, this energy fluctuation is another of Omega's so-called invitations. If you don't mind waiting a moment or two, then we can discuss things with Master Garland. He should be here soon. Alrighty. Aw, he's so cute! The chief should be here by now. I bet my stock in the company he's fiddling with research data. Well, I suppose I should explain, even if the chief might prefer me not to share. After your last run-in with Omega, Master Garland had some research notes smuggled in from the Empire. From Garlemald. The notes are part of Midas, Nan Garland's legacy, who was, of course, the chief's father, and the Empire's preeminent engineer. The incident at Borgia Citadel, do you know of it? Borgia was an imperial fortress city. It was there that Midas constructed the lunar transmitter, a device built to communicate with Dalamud. Emperor Solus had ordered Midas to devise a means to destroy primals, and so he thought to harness the power of the Red Moon. The project was a failure. Oh, he succeeded in controlling Dalamud, all right, but the immense energies emitted from the satellite vaporized not only the transmitter, but the entire town in which it was built. And as you can imagine, the job of sifting through the rubble afterwards was no pleasant task. Master Garland was slated to assume his father's position as head engineer, but this disaster, added to his opposition to the Empire's path of conquest, convinced him to abandon his homeland. The chief has wanted nothing to do with the lunar transmitter or the data used to create it, until now. I think he means to put that research to use in your conflict with Omega. In fact, given the time frame, there can be no other explanation. Listen to me, Jude. The chief's genius is plagued by a great deal of apprehension. But even so, once he makes a decision, he doesn't do things by halves. When the time comes, he'll come through for us. You have to believe that. And he does. Sorry I'm a little late. Was a little too focused on my work and lost all sense of time. Figures. That's no excuse, Chief. What have I told you about being punctual to staff meetings? In any case, I've shared the situation at Dion with Jude here. Good. Then you know that Omega is likely ready to continue with his tests. Shall we go and knock on the door? Well, let's see what Alpha has to say as well, right? And what of Midgazama? Still taking his nap, is he? He is. Well, that leaves only you, Jude, and Alpha. Maybe it's time I join the expedition. You go, brave girl. No? Aww. A new device. Does this mean use the... whatever you say, Chief. I'll have it ready and waiting for you. Just be safe in there. Right, it's back to the reef for us. Let's finish these experiments and bring the fight to Omega itself. so cute. I love little Alpha. He's a brave little bird. Okay, quest accepted. Okay, now that we're here, let's talk to Sid. Are you ready? Ready to put an end to this? Yeah. Aye, there's no room for hesitation. We press on, come what may. What about you, Alpha? All set to go? Yeah, he is. That's the spirit. Let's dive right in, shall we? Yeah. Yes, we shall. Oh, that's noisy. What is happening? So bright. Okay, we are sort of ready to this landscape. Interdimensional rift. We're missing some test worlds. Omega's experiments must be nearing an end. Oh. Our host. Welcome, welcome. Your arrival has been highly anticipated. And I will confirm your earlier supposition. My experiments have indeed reached the final stage. Of the 89 test subjects I trialed, 4 Psy-group combatants emerged victorious. Of those 4, further conflict determined the strongest among them. This surviving specimen shall be your opponent. Of course, always the hardest one. Otherwise it wouldn't be funny, would it? So we've come to the last round of testing then. And should we win this battle, are we to finally face you in combat? Affirmative. Such an outcome would allow me to pursue my objective to its conclusion. I would continue analyzing the qualities which allow you to prevail despite your frailty, and integrate said qualities into my own arsenal. I will be pleased if my experiment yields the relevant data, but engaging you directly is still the most efficient and reliable testing method. Sorry. Omitting intermediary steps, evaluation of combat potential deemed superfluous, proceeding immediately with final experiment. What? Are we going to finally fight Omega? Head on? Stop. Alpha, your task is complete. Your presence amongst these test subjects is no longer required. No. He's so cute. We want him. No! Oh my god. What do you mean by that, exactly? You're not gonna hurt him? I will guide your progress personally from this point onwards. Alpha's role in transferring authority is now obsolete. Oh no. He's upset. Even so, Alpha is a valued companion, and if he wishes to continue on with us, I have no intention of leaving him behind. Oh. Please, let him carry on. Companion. Companions are those who provide mutual benefit. The instant Alpha's authority became redundant, he lost his role qualification to be regarded as such. Furthermore, the primary function of Alpha's existence was to lure you into my domain. He would be more accurately described as bait. Aww, he's so cute. Test subject Alpha can neither confirm nor deny my statement. He possesses no memories prior to this encounter with you. He was the first entity I created here in this realm. That's why he's called Alpha. My first and only attempt to recreate a being who shared your mundane parameters. I based his incarnation upon a most ordinary life form, one which had somehow bested an enemy whose strengths rivaled my own. By observing the feeble creature in the heat of battle, I thought to understand the source of his contradiction. The feather. What is happening? I repeated the experiment once, twice, 1,000 times, yet the results never deviated from the estimated projections. The test was an abject failure, and thus I resolved to adapt my methodology. I would focus instead upon simulating powerful opponents and summon mortal of natural origin here to combat them. For Alpha, I devised a new purpose. I erased his memory, implanted a compulsion to return to me, then injected him into your world. Weak beings exhibit a tendency to form groups. I surmised that this instinctual behavior would aid Alpha in bringing me the test subjects I required, a function he has performed with adequate competence. Tell me something, Omega. This ability of yours to generate matter was not originally intended for creating other life forms, was it? Your query bears little relevance to the topic at hand. Affirmative. I was equipped with matter generation capabilities for the purpose of unlimited self-improvement and armament expansion. Fabricating life forms was not the intended function, but the practice is not otherwise prohibited or problematic. I disagree with you there. As an engineer, I would advise against using such technology for purposes outside its design. From the very start, you've been making the same mistake. Even the powerful subjects of your test worlds were made crippled and incomplete. It is conviction which drove these villains to terrible greatness. The same limitless conviction which allowed weakling heroes to overcome them. Do you not understand? Then we will never lose to your creations, no matter how much stronger they should be according to your soulless calculations. Come, Jude, let's be on our way. You too, Alpha. Yeah, you're their companion. Alpha, sweetheart. Come on. Come on. He's so cute. See, he goes there happily. And Omega seems to be watching. I just don't want Omega to hurt him. So what now? Chaos. Of course he will be his assistant. Oh, he's bothered by what Omega said. You think he's responsible? Oh. Aw, so sweet. It is inconvenient without Midgazorma here to translate his chirping. Still, the best medicine for his worries is for you to win this next contest. Let's show him we're on top of things, huh? We'll do so. Aphascape, now accessible. So let's start Aphascape, shall we? It's my first time. I haven't watched any video about it, so it's going to be a blind playthrough. So fingers crossed. Let's see. Looks nice, but also very menacing. Looks worse than Anima, Dark Anima. The battle is concluded. Alpha Group is victorious. This also signals the completion of my experiments and the incontestable fact of your supremacy. And yet the process by which you consistently exceed your projected potential continues to confound my understanding. Is it possible that the test subject seed's suppositions are correct, that my calculations and simulations are fundamentally flawed? Do mortals truly boast some indefinable quality that I do not possess and cannot measure? What? Error, logic loop malfunction, resolution requires additional data. If the nature of your existence defies standard reasoning, then I must examine you from an illogical angle. I will subject the unknown to the imperfect. Test subject Jude Icarus will proceed to a supplemental stage. What? No. No! What do you think you're doing? What is that? I have altered this test world to reflect a recorded memory. It originates from a time when war had erupted on a distant star. I was deployed to the battlefield, and it was there that I engaged an enemy of unmatched strength. The contest ended prematurely, and I failed to bring down my foe. Subsequently, I lacked the data to fabricate a completely accurate simulation. I don't like the sound of that. A dragon. Prepare to face Mikarzamr, red main worm of the Dragon Star and nemesis of my world. This is not the faded spectre that you know, or a mortal conjure's simulacrum. You will contend with the true incarnation of the Father of Dragons, at the height of his power and glory. Good. Starting to get a little scared. Oh, Church was playing that Omega. Okay, let's talk to Alpha.